what happened in Marijuana. Murdered of a celestial dragon, and the secret identity revealed of Imu-sama, and so much coming up in this insanest of chapter. So make sure you subscribe to this channel and turn the notification bell on. So let's get started. One Piece Chapter 1084's raw scans begin with a focus on Sabo, who is still making his way through Pangaea Castle while fighting the fortress's guards. Jewelry Bonnie appears out of nowhere after he eliminates one group of enemies, and the two then begin making their way through the castle together. One of Karasa's crows appears next to them as they run and says something to Sabo that seemingly shocks him. The crow is then shown to have a ring of keys in its mouth, possibly suggesting that Kuma has been or will be freed imminently. Sabo then hears some enemies coming, prompting him to pick up Bonnie and hide on one of the hall's decorative arches. Later on, the two are shown to be discussing something after having come down from the rafters. However, the focus doesn't stay on them long, as One Piece Chapter 1084 then focuses on the empty throne room where Cobra Nefertari is meeting with the Gorosei. He seems to be discussing some aspect of the Void Century and the world government's formation with them, given the use of the numbers 820 in his dialogue. Cobra seems to be discussing a former queen of Alabasta, seemingly corroborating the information found in text-based spoilers earlier in the week. The Gorosei show no visible reactions to this topic, but Cobra seems to be getting sterner and sterner as the conversation continued. It's then revealed that Sama has been listening to this conversation the entire time from the Room of Flowers. Meanwhile, Cobra is bringing up the initial D, which gets a rise out of a majority of the Gorosei. One Piece Chapter 1084 then shifts to elsewhere at the Reverie, where St. Charles is yet again trying to capture Shirahashi. Other celestial dragons are seemingly telling the overjoyed Charlos not to do this, but he doesn't seem to listen. Shirahoshi's brother, Fukaboshi, then angrily rushes onto the scene, clearly intent on reclaiming his sister. He rushes Charlos, prompting Kuma to fire a laser beam in his direction. Thankfully, both he and Shirahashi are able to get out of the way in time. Fukaboshi then continues to rush Charlos while Rebecca, Leo of the Tantata tribe, and Sai of the Hapo Navy observe. Saint Don Quixote Mjosgard, who has personal ties with the Neptune royal family, gets in between Fukaboshi and Charlos to stop the former from doing something he'll regret. Leo and Sai, meanwhile, both attack Charlos, prompting Morley to take advantage of the opportunity to rescue Kuma. However, he makes himself known to the others as he does this, causing a stir despite the fact that Shirahashi is now safe. One Piece Chapter 1084 then returns to the empty throne room, where Aimu-sama is now ascending the stairs to the empty throne. The Gorosei silently watch as this happens, as does Cobra with a horrified expression on his face. The issue then ends with Imu-sama sitting on the empty throne and seemingly speaking to Cobra directly. Unfortunately, the chapter does end with the announcement of a series break next week. Then, see you later, and thank you for watching.